Hello all, and welcome to more Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. Last time we finished off an Opera of Fear. There was nothing to fear there, though, really. It was all fantastic.
I hate to cut you off, but when I say Bentley with a gun, that still counts as a turtle with a gun, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So yeah, we're doing Rumble Down Under.
At first, it seemed just like old times. The gang was back in action. But little by little, we learned that Murray's heart just wasn't in it. Without the guru's permission to give up on his Dreamtime training, he'd never really feel comfortable returning to the gang. We knew we needed to help him out. So, we packed up our things, whipped up some quick disguises, and headed for the Australian outback. Along the way, Murray told us story after story about his teacher's amazing abilities. Apparently, this guru of his was capable of fantastic feats. He used the Dreamtime to blend perfectly into his surroundings, and even gain mental control over the weak-minded. If even half the stories were true, then this was a guy I just had to meet. Our gang needed to grow its ranks for a chance to get inside the Cooper Vault. And this guru, this outback mystic, was looking like the best recruit we could have ever asked for. However, when we finally arrived in the outback, it was a shock to find that things had changed. And the guru was nowhere to be seen.
We're still here. That was surprisingly long. Surprisingly long one.
Yes, welcome. We're going to the world down under. You know, when I first started playing Sly 3, I thought that based off of the first cutscene that we were going to go to Australia first, because that's where Bentley was like, that's where Murray's dude is.
It would make sense, but no.
Yeah.
So why does Sly take this really scenic route when Bentley and Murray both just ran around the side?
Because how else will they show off everything?
Yeah, like I said before, I'm gonna do all the hazard room stuff in its own video. Assuming it even takes a full bit, it probably won't.
I almost regretted not doing that, funny enough, because I didn't know how to pickpocket as Murray, but I figured it out after just finagling with controls.
So, not a lot of great stuff unlocked here right off, but Health Extractor is selectively good.
But Zerk Charge is really good, in my opinion.
The thing is, Murray kills enemies so quickly, it doesn't even matter to knock him out.
He does, but knocking him out is nice. And Spin Attack level 2, I like using Spin Attack, so...
I mean, I like all the jump, spin, push. So I'll usually go for those whenever I get them.
Knockout Dive is, or not Knockout Dive. Is Knockout Dive what I'm thinking of? What is
I'll probably go for spin and Zerk.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of something that unlocks later on.
Yeah, like I will say this about Chapter 2 for sure. It's probably got some of the best upgrades you get in the game. Like you're gonna stop feeling pretty. You might be feeling a little naked here compared to the end of Sly 2. You're not gonna be feeling that by the time you finish.
So, alright, I gotta inform you on something.
Oh.
I will after my brain think of what I wanted to say first.
Yeah, but yeah, I do want to mention something too. I told Yogi this already, but for the sake of covering in the video, figured out how to fix the screen effects. Finally, it only took 2 games and change.
Yep.
But there's this setting in the options called overscan. You need that off. It's on by default.
What does overscan even do?
I mean, the screen zooms out a little bit, but clearly it zooms out a little bit in ways that aren't intended.
I'm gonna mention this. Oh yeah. First, I wanted to ask you, how do you do the freaking push? This is just a personal question.
Triangle, circle.
Oh, it's triangle plus circle. Okay.
In
Thank
the same way
you.
that
I was
triangle
trying-
plus square is the
Looking forward to
spin,
meeting
and
you.
triangle plus
Anybody
X
you
is the
call
jump.
master must be a heck of a guy.
Okay. I was trying to figure out how the heck you were supposed to do that. Okay.
Awesome.
Alright, so anyways, now time for something extremely important that I feel like telling you. Remember how I said, and I was like pretty keen on the smoke screen being pretty good?
Yeah?
It's way better than I thought, apparently. So remember how I said
Sorry.
if you toss down a
This cave's
smoke
empty.
screen,
Got any other
or like
ideas
two
where you
smoke
might be?
screens and like run around a corner, people will usually just forget you're there.
Yeah, you did in fact say that.
So I learned a new strategy, which is even better. You could, if you are, say you're trying to get treasure from one guy,
What did you
right,
do?
who barely notices you, or somebody just barely notices you in general, right? You can throw a
Thanks for
smoke bomb
speaking,
down
I'm
and
headed for
literally
the
just immediately get behind them. And you could KO them that way, or you could start stealing the money from them, like their money / treasure. So you don't even have to toss 2 smoke bombs down, and then, what's it called? And then, like, run away. You literally can just toss one down, run behind them, and they'll forget you exist. You can test it if you really want to. Like, it's really good. And smoke bomb takes, like, none of your power meter, too. So once you get, like, one-hit KO moves, because I assume those are probably going to exist for Sly in due time. Yeah, look, see, the dude already forgot about you. But yeah, no, it's actually extremely good this early on. I assume it'll get outclassed, yes, but
I mean, honestly, it's kind of outclassed just by the end of chapter 2, just because you get so much stuff even here.
Sorry, Murray. Nobody's home. By the
I'll
looks of
come
it,
back to you
I'd
on
say
that
the guru
on
was
chapter
fighting
3.
someone
Either
or
way, I've
something
gotten a
awful.
lot
Like,
of
I
my
might be thinking of it building from
surprising
chapter
to think the
3
miners might have
early,
got to
but
him.
I'm pretty sure it was chapter 2.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not 100% certain. But yes, so far I've gotten a ridiculous amount of mileage, more than I ever thought I was going to,
Where do you think
out
they
of
might have taken him?
the smoke bomb. So yeah, don't
Maybe we
underestimate
should
that
get
bad
Bentley on
boy.
the line.
Especially if you want to get treasure from somebody, right? And they catch you, just do what I said. Just drop a smoke bomb and immediately run behind them. There's a high probability that they will just
Looks like there
forget
might
that
be
you
a way
don't.
up using that
Like,
cliff
forget that
below.
you exist.
Shouldn't be a problem.
It doesn't happen all the time, mind you, unfortunately. But it's like
Good tip.
an
pal.
overwhelming majority of the time, like 80% of the time. So even in like groups of people, it kind of works similarly too. So yeah, it's smoke bomb. Don't underestimate it. It's actually surprisingly better than I honestly thought it would be. Especially after you said it would get out class and stuff, which I'm pretty sure it does, but you said it wasn't like good from the start essentially, and I've found a ridiculous amount of use out of it so far.
I mean, I still think it's good, I just don't think it's particularly 10 out of 10 fantastic. Although, then again, I know what comes, so...
You must be the guru.
Yeah,
I'm a good
I would
friend of
say
Murray's.
for
He's come asking
early
to be released from
games
his
so
training.
far, 10 out of 10 fantastic.
Sure, I'll just
Also,
bust
I
you out
love
here
this
and
guy.
we'll go
He's
talk to
great.
him.
Absolutely, yes.
Nobody can
Seriously,
understand
won't
him,
leave
and by
without
nobody I
your
mean we.
Yeah, the audience can. Literally everybody else does. Like, everyone in-game
Yeah,
knows what he's
I can see
saying.
that the miners have really done a number on your
Yep.
land here.
And they don't
As for
address
your
it,
walking staff
ever.
and Moonstone, me and my
Nope.
gang have a real talent for stealing
I
back
genuinely
things that
don't
were wrongfully
understand
taken.
why it's like this, but
I'm so happy it is.
So I think I mentioned this in. I don't know if it was the.
Oh, but you're
last
gonna have to
part
hold
or-
your thought. We're gonna get a...
Oh yes. See you guys in a second.
The guru won't leave the stockade until he has his walking staff and his moonstone. He also insists that we purify Ayer's Rock of all miners. Only then will the Dreamtime spirits be appeased, and the guru will be free to use his powers. Sly must have impressed him in their conversation, because now he is requesting that Murray and I meet with him individually. Something about judging our spiritual centers. I've discovered a passage through one of the miners' caves that should make getting up to the Guru less difficult. He also mentioned that the miners had foolishly unearthed the Mask of Dark Earth. I guess it was his job to guard the thing, and now that it's out, bad things are sure to follow. Sounds like mumbo-jumbo to me, but we've encountered some unexplainable phenomena over the years, so I'm not gonna rule it out as a threat to our operation.
Okay, we're
Awesome
back.
stuff.
What did you want to talk about?
Oh, okay. So either in the last part or the part before, I mentioned something about how this game feels very GTA. Oh, wait. So I'll mention something actually before I say that. So people that have jobs, they have above their head in the safe house, they have a little indicator.
Yeah, they have the icon, so you don't have to guess anymore.
Yeah.
That's not something I brought up because I think I forgot that wasn't in Sly 2, but yes, it is a really good feature, and I love it.
I noticed that here. Whee, whee. Can you still go super high? I never tested it.
You can, you just have to do it for a long time.
So anyways, I think I mentioned how this game felt a bit more GTA compared to like the second game. There's no like collecting and around the world and stuff like that. I have a lot of issues getting around this world, by the way. I don't know why.
Honestly, even when I was going through again for my guessing with this, like I still had issues.
So this world or chapter, sorry. This chapter gave me such crazy Jack 2 and 3 vibes. It's like, it was really weird.
I mean, I feel like it's because it's so mechanical. I can kind of
Maybe even some they even have the music samples, like they would use similar samples in certain parts.
But I lost my temper and got in a fight with Octavio.
To help me, I'm sure that
Yeah, lost
But
your
also, I think-
temper. I have lost my teeth with your spine.
Head into this cave. It'll take you right up to it.
Okay, Bentley.
Shout out to the
Name's
demo
Ahoy.
footage where it
Absolutely. Which
says
I
that
did remember to
immediately.
link that. Almost forgot, but I didn't.
Murray, try throwing rocks
So
to
anyways,
destroy those stalagmites. Of
yes.
course,
So I was
So
waiting
Murray
for
can
you.
also make pockets, so all the main three can do it now. Bentley
Yes,
has a
and
little
how-
bit of a handicap on the fact. Sorry, I think I meant Bentley. Bentley has a handicap because he has to use an item for it, but the other two do
You
not.
mean he has to use a
He has to use one of his gadget slots.
one of his gadget slots? Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's obviously always going to be on, so you only realistically get 2 slots with him.
Yeah. But on the bright side, Murray has probably my favorite robbing of them all because he just
He literally just
shakes
runs
them.
up and picks him up. It's literally
No,
a shakedown.
it's really easy to toss coins off the edge, I think. I haven't actually managed to do it. I don't know if you can toss them off the edge, but I have
You can.
So this mission, or not mission, this chapter is really weird. This is the least.
Yeah,
Look at Bentley, or not Bentley. Look at Murray's beautiful
What's the good of
face.
having fists if you can't
I mean,
smash
Bentley's
them
face is
to
magical
work with
too.
them?
It's
Yes.
too thick, even for you. No, to get
I wonder
through,
if this
we'll
game
have to
also has a
overload the
frame
pressure in this
of
piston.
flying.
You want me to punch it? I could
I
do
haven't
that.
watched for it.
Use your aboriginal ball
I'm gonna watch
form
for it
to
now.
bounce on top of the piston and smash it down.
I mean,
Build up
it's
enough
using a different
hydraulic
Bentley model,
pressure,
so it
and
might
the door
not.
is sure to open.
Piston, beware. You're
I'm watching
about
it.
to be bounced.
I am too. I saw something.
Oh, yep.
I don't
Yep,
think he
he
was
definitely
flying, but
did.
something happened.
He definitely had a flying-esque animation. So I'm glad I'm glad that it still exists. I still can't believe I caught that in Sly 2 super early on. I just could not unsee it. And it took me so many parts to give you, like, photographic evidence that it existed. Well, no, not even that. I mean, you knew it existed because you saw it yourself after a while. I just wanted to get a photo to show everyone because I didn't know if they knew what I was talking about.
Well, yeah. If anything, I feel like it was easier to see here. Because it wasn't like just a frame. You could see it the whole what time it was going away.
Another locked door.
Yeah, no, it was like literally a frame or two in the original, or not original game. In
The Sly 2. Might be the original too, for all we know.
Yeah, that is very true. I did never check because I didn't notice it then. This part was a little wonky for me. Sometimes Murray wouldn't bounce. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know if I just mistimed the X button or if I was in a weird spot.
I would assume it's mistimed. I'm not having any issues, but
Yeah, you know, I had more issues when it was like closer to the bottom. It was just some minor problems. It didn't really get in the way of things. It just kind of was like a thing that I had struggled a little bit with. Because for some reason, sometimes the Murray decided he didn't want to
You
bounce.
must be jacked up by that mask of Dark Earth the Guru was warning us about.
Curious.
yes, the mask. You may not know this. We actually stopped playing Sly a while ago. We're playing Crash Bandicoot.
My righteous quest.
Yeah.
See the Guru
I
won't
actually-
be stopped by some big
This
stupid
mission,
freak in a mask.
this part of this mission
Even if you won,
frustrates
you
me
have
because of
nowhere
the
to
end of
go.
the chapter, and
The
I'm not going to
Dark
mention
Brew has
why.
an electric dead
I completely
area
understand.
runs off the same circuit.
Yeah, I think you have an idea of what.
I think I can
I'm
guess.
Yeah, I think you have an idea of what I'm referring to.
Give it a try.
It did make me a little frustrated though. I was a little spaghetti upsetty, you could say.
You did some damage. One drilled out, two to go.
Poor kangaroo.
There's this poor kangaroo's just getting abused.
Granted, what the heck are these guys even doing here? Oh yeah, they're
Dude,
mining
what are you
opals.
guarding?
I think they're mining opals or something.
Can run.
I think that's what Bentley says in one of the cutscenes.
They are miners.
Press on to the Guru. He'll
Yeah.
have some answers. The door should be unlocked now that the drill
I think like the
circuit's
whole shtick behind this this chapter is that they what's it called? You're trying to get rid of the miners so then you can get the dude to
Yeah, like, I feel like
join.
this is probably one of the times where it feels more like you are absolutely the bad guy in it, just because, like, they're just doing their jobs. Like, they're not messing
Yeah,
with
but-
anybody, they're out on their own.
To be fair, they're on a apparent sacred land. There is that.
There is, yeah, true.
Like,
I think part
So
of it,
they're-
too, though, is that there isn't really a quote-unquote villain for this chapter.
No,
Unless you count the mask. Which,
the mask
you're pushing it.
is the villain. Yes. The mask is the villain, yes.
I'm happy to
yes.
see you too.
I would say so. But this isn't like proper according to, you know, compared to the rest of the thingies. The rest of the chapters in the game, or at least in Sly 2 and 3. I actually have no idea if later chapters follow a similar suit or not to this. We'll have to see. At the time of us recording this, I've only played chapter 2, so. But that'll change.
Well, yeah, naturally.
I love shaking people so much as Bentley.
Miss Bentley,
Murray, sorry.
you are never gonna get over that. We're gonna be at the end of Sly 4 and you're still gonna be doing it.
I don't even mean to. I just think of Bentley.
You just...
No. I almost said from SpongeBob. I don't know where my brain is right now. But yes, my favorite character from SpongeBob.
Murray,
Bentley.
let's motor out to Ayers
Of
Rock and
course.
scare away those mining dingoes. Your guru wants it purified.
Awesome! This is the biggest truck I've ever gone to
Also,
drive.
this.
I could crush houses
Oh, this
with
mission
this
sucks.
baby.
It's better if once you know how to control the truck, but it never gets great.
Honestly, the only issue I have with it is too much. You have to collect too much crap. Should have dumbed it to by half, and even then, it still feels like too much.
I mean, just 10, I could probably do that in a few seconds.
I didn't have issues controlling the thing. I was just getting bored collecting so many of these guys.
Game?
They'll come.
I think it's frozen.
I think it actually is too, because something's supposed to happen. Yeah,
Okay,
there's something.
it's going again. I was not expecting the cutscene to go like that.
Oh.
That is a good sign if it's using dynamic angles. So yeah, I have to reload my PS3 for this.
I have an idea of how we might drive the miners out of Ayers Rock. But for my
I'm surprised none of these guys looked at the vehicle, and Sly is literally just standing there, like,
Bentley, you've got
really
my
close to
Though it
them.
looks like I may have to
These
take
guys
care
just
of a
don't
few
care.
guards if I'm gonna get at those drill controls.
They're underpaid. They're probably okay. That dingo was looking at him straight on.
I always found this part really weird. Or not really weird, almost pointless. I know why they do it. It's supposed to, I guess, give the world a bit more of a feel, but you could literally just knock them all off the edge very quickly. And it's just like, okay, well, let's continue on with the mission.
Come to think of it, why didn't the guards already have it like this? Aren't they supposed to be mining?
Good question. Well, I guess with what Bentley said, they're trying to get it deeper down, so then the worker, the worker scorpions come up. So I don't know, maybe they're trying. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I was trying to find like logic and reason. I can't. Okay. There is no logic, there is no reasoning, there's only chicken tenders. That's all that matters. So yeah, as I was stating a moment ago, this mission's kind of bleh. Just takes a little too long for my taste. I don't really care about the controls, per se, which you mentioned. Which they are a little finicky, but they're not bad.
The issue is when you have to flip like that. It's
Yeah, you
really
just
hard to
kinda
recover.
Yeah, sometimes you can just keep flipping over and over again. Luckily, it doesn't affect your wheels because you're kind of flipped over.
Actually, it partially does. It doesn't once you fully flipped, but any other time it will still go up.
Then you have to chill in the water. Maybe I would care a little bit less if they got rid of the whole overheat feature. It's kind of pointless though at the same time, so I don't think I really care that much about it. I don't know, just collecting 20 of these guys felt a little too long for my tastes. For how like simple
I don't have
of
an
a,
issue with it.
it's just a simple mini game that's kind of to me it just kind of wore its welcome personally. Wasn't a fan of this one, unfortunately. I am a fan of Bentley.
Okay, Bentley, I'm on my way.
Now, are you talking about Bentley or Murray? I always have to ask because I can't tell anymore.
I mean, I'm a fan of both of them, so it works either way.
Okay.
I think in the end the writers are the victors.
Come on, where is the there?
I did not do the master missions here yet.
I did give you the warning about needing something to get later.
Yeah, so I
Which I'm sorry I blanked on that
one.
before. That's
It's fine.
like, oh yeah, it's that is a thing.
I wonder if this is gonna be
I
one of
didn't
the
tell
ones.
what it is. I just told him there is something.
It's working.
Yeah, you told me that there were chicken tenders. He said he wasn't gonna share with me because he's immune.
Squishing scorpions to keep your tires cool
I
from
dare
here
you
on out.
now.
No problem, Bentley. I've totally got the hang of it now.
And I didn't even notice I was fixing something on the.
I was
on my
literally about to
computer.
say, you good now? And then you came back.
Yeah, it shouldn't come as a surprise. I'm not paying attention to this game either. Okay, are you gonna flip? This is what I mean when I say I don't like the controls for this. It is so bad.
This happened. I don't know why you have to flip. Could they have made
Like they could have
something
easily just put something on the front, but no,
Yeah.
you have to flip.
Fine. Whoa!
then obviously this part can be a little bit annoying too because you have to squish the scorpions to
I'm just trying to get
to
my
gain-
gauge down at this point.
to get your gauge down, so you have to take like a
There's
little
barely
break
any
just to
reds
do
around
it.
because the blues are worthless if you didn't catch up in Bentley.
Yeah. They're the workers. We're not looking for the workers, we're looking for the red soldiers.
Here we go.
To avenge them. What's your opinion? As somebody who lives in a place with a lot of scorpions, what is your opinion on scorpions? Are you scared of them? Do you
I
like
have
them?
never seen a scorpion here actually.
And we'll have enough to purify Ayers Rock.
Despite my being here for well over a decade at this point.
It's actually pretty surprising because scorpions are fairly common in the.
We're having
well, I was gonna
conversations
say-
about that with coworkers. Like they've never seen them either. So I don't know. Maybe they're not as common as people think they are, or maybe they just don't come to cities.
Well, I don't see why they would want to come to civilization. I think
Same
they
as
would.
an insect.
Great job, Murray. Now back that truck full of
For
scorpions up
food?
to the mine entrance and
Sure.
deliver that not so friendly payload.
They come to town and ask for the chicken tempehs themselves. They gotta imagine a scorpion comes over to your local Chick-fil-A and is sitting
Nice teamwork,
in line
guys.
waiting.
Ayers Rock is
That would be
clean as butter.
fantastic.
The guru will be pleased.
But
I
also
feel bad for the
terrifying.
poor worker, but
What if it was like the friendliest guy too? Scorpion cleaner. I mean, you not really a scorpion cleaner. You kind of like harassed workers to leave.
that's what I was
sacred
saying
place,
before
or-
with the last mission. Like this is probably one of the chapters where you feel most like a bad guy.
I mean, to be fair, you technically are bad guys, so
You're a thief.
yeah, these aren't good guys though. You just so happen to have to thief from other bad guys.
Notice how I didn't say that you're a good guy otherwise. It's that you feel the most like a villain in this chapter. Honestly, this game in general, you feel more like a villain, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Ew, I got the last one. I'm not going to specify,
Okay,
What?
I'm not gonna ask for details.
but you know what I mean, though.
Of
I think.
course.
I got the last thingy that I've been telling you about for the past few days.
It's been his life for the last few days.
Cut my life into pieces.
I
Probably
feel like
shouldn't
there's
sing
another song you could probably reference instead. First, the Outgo of Pain. I don't think you're quite at the last resort yet. You're just in pain.
I'm always in pain.
Oh,
Aha,
You
joke's
put the
on
phone
him.
into there.
He helped you.
Oh, you're supposed to go that way. Okay. Now let's get lost on this one.
Sorry, I was typing.
It's alright. I've had my bad moments.
Look, I had to update somebody else about the situation at hand. So now we're
How
going
many
to...
poor souls are being updated on your, let's just say,
you
your
and-
fascination?
You and one other person. I think
Huh?
this is where you're getting... Yes, this is where you're getting the,
After capturing the
Alright, you
guru,
can't
Oh, I
confirm
do-
the dive does not make his hat float.
Dang it, they fixed it. That was one of my favorite features.
Yeah.
In the
With
second
miners,
game.
Alright.
they stash the goods in one of the caves around here. It's a secure location with plenty of guys on duty to provide protection.
I agree. The most likely candidate is this mine shaft. It appears to have the highest number of workers coming in and out.
Good place
Also,
to
these
start.
guys don't like
Come
up
on.
their security or anything, despite the fact that you're clearly screwing with their stuff.
Yeah, I just don't think they care. Or at least not enough.
I mean, they
got
don't,
this.
given a mission that's probably going to happen in the next part. I think you know the one I'm talking about. I'll just say you have to do a little glug glug.
Oh,
Those
yes.
caves are gonna be dark. Your optimizer goggles will make navigation easier.
Yeah, thanks for the optimizer goggles, and thanks for not even giving me the option to turn them on. But to be fair, it would be horrible. The PS3
If they're
version.
here, the guru's items would be stashed at the far end of this cave.
Life is horrible, said Mayor Doctor.
Anything, shouldn't you be saying that?
Oh, I've been saying that my entire life.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Give me money, give me money. Okay. Anything in your pocket? I can't tell, but I don't think so.
I'm not into tearing up the
Mayo has a
environment or
rocket.
anything, but
What
these
happened to
caves
these
are
tabs
rich
that I
with
had
opals.
open?
I can
So it's
see
like,
why
I'm not
these
into tearing up the
miners
environment.
are driven.
How are you tearing up the environment with these drills? These are the most worthless drills I've ever seen. They don't even spin.
Spin to win?
They're just going in circles. Alright, so when I was going through on the PS later, this was a way more sensitive state than the one in Chapter 1. This one might take me 2 taps. Oh.
I haven't had any issues with this one, surprisingly.
Oh, well.
Granted, when I did the one in Chapter 1, I was really, really slow. Like, I was super slow, because I
Time to
don't know,
take
I
you
just
back to your rightful
was
owner.
scared.
These miners are smarter than they look. They booby-trapped the moonstone. It looks like a light-sensitive
Oh no,
detonator. If I can
booby
get it outside and
traps!
into the sun,
Oh,
we can
no.
You said boobies, man.
He's never gonna grow up.
Man,
You're gonna end up having a wife, get 8 years in the army, taking your own comment. And you're still not gonna grow up.
boobies. Hey Mayo, what's your favorite boobies?
Yes, yes, I know you're 12.
100 years old. I'm actually from 7th century BCE. Welcome. Forget, what does the E mean in BCE?
It's current events and before current
The
events.
guru's walking staff.
Back when people were actually trying to use that. I
gotcha.
feel like that was something that died pretty
I
quickly.
marked the entrance in your binocular.
Nice.
Uh,
That's
I've-
when they don't
I
want
haven't seen any, well, like, not even like in scholarly settings, use that one in a few years now.
So that's when they don't want to have the
Like, in-
religious undertones.
Which,
People
mind
say
you, it wasn't
BCE.
even originally supposed to have religious undertones. That's just what people gave it to it.
Yes. just so everyone knows, BC means before Christmas.
So now.
Yes. it is,
So,
November
tell, what is the
23rd
80?
After dinner, duh.
Ah, of course.
before Christmas and after dinner.
It's more like it should be a Thanksgiving comment rather than a Christmas one, but okay.
Yeah, but guess what? You know the rules, and so do I. How does it make you feel? I feel like you're blitzing through this chapter way more than me. Then again, when I got to play as Murray, I shook around so many people you don't even know.
I haven't really stopped to pickpocket too much. Like, I've done a little.
They've called in reinforcements. Nothing like a horde of
Though
angry
the
dingoes to make
mission
things a
coming
bit
up
more
where you
interesting.
have to be Bentley to show what's it called? This mission was a pain in the butt. This part of this mission.
If you don't have a push, this one's gonna be really hard.
I had push, I just didn't know what the heck the push button was. So I just honestly just kept doing the spin and just hope that they flew off.
I mean, the spin works, just
Yeah.
not quite as effective.
Also, I kept jumping way too late here because my depth perception was terrible. But these whip guys were the real pain. Like, I genuinely could not dodge their attacks. I almost put on the combat dodge because I was having a substantial amount of problems there. Is this no wait, no, you have to be Bentley now.
Yeah, I have to go back.
Yeah, you have to deliver.
Yeah. Gotta unleash the
deliver.
guru.
Because he wants to see
Everybody,
all,
yes.
yeah, he wants to see everyone.
I don't know why they
this
make
is-
you wait to do everything for that. Like, well, why not just have it so that it's just the Murray mission? Because the reason you couldn't go up there is apparently the first mission is because you needed that spring, but we have it now, so.
Yeah.
Like, do you really need this stick and moonstone? Just
Well,
for
I
a
mean,
meeting?
he does
He
need
needs it
it, but not for
eventually.
the meeting. Yeah, but not for the meeting. Or maybe there's hidden chicken tenders he can summon. My mind is on chicken tenders.
So I've noticed. Oh, would you like to move forward a little more?
No.
There.
Give me more money.
I do enjoy money.
To be fair, you also or at least how you've been playing this is you're not getting all the upgrades immediately. For me, on the other hand, I got like every single upgrade I possibly could.
I mean, I think I mentioned to you before, like, that there's a minigame later on where you get a bunch of money, so I'm saving the ones I care less about for that.
Honestly, you could debate there's a mini game in this chapter which gives you a ton of money.
I cannot think of which one that would be.
It involves the glug glug.
It gives you decent-ish money.
I assume we'll be seeing the glug glug in the next
Mind you,
part.
there's actually a couple, there's a couple of these I could think of that would be glug glug, but
The one that's extra gluggy.
I don't know, they're both extra gluggy.
Are there more than one glug glugs?
Okay, you have no idea how tempted I am just to stop the recording so we can clarify this.
I can't wait until that moment actually just pops up and he's like, alright, what do you mean by the glug glug? I'll tell you between recording parts, I doubt we'll see it here.
Yeah, no, we're at 40 minutes as is. It would just be weird to stop doing just one mission left.
Yeah, stop recording. Alright, what is this glug glug you keep talking about? This is driving me insane. Glug 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 glug. I guess we'll just call this part the mystery of the glug glug.
Sure.
We'll call this part 12.
But it's only part, what, 4, I think? Yeah, it's part 4.
Part 12 now!
I keep yeah. Oh, that one there in the front has something.
If this was part 12, this LP would have more parts than... how many parts did Mario have again?
11.
Yeah, so yeah, this would have more parts than... I mean, I told you that LP was going to be short, and you underestimated how short it was going to be, and I thought it was going to be as short as it was. Hence why I put 0.2 on hold until then. Sounds like I knew it was going to be short, so it wouldn't really have mattered in the grand scheme of things. Granted, 0.2 is really very long. I don't think. But I also don't know how bad the platinum is. Why is Bentley so mad every time... Or, sorry, getting all the trophies. Why is Bentley so mad every time he pickpockets someone? Like, he has an immense amount of anger every single time.
Up, up. I didn't actually think I was going to survive that, but still.
To be fair, I had a lot of issues getting over to the spot as Bentley, because again, I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get to the, like, up to the area.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what it is. Anyone that's played this game knows what I'm talking about, though. If there's an upgrade you get in Chapter 3, I really wish they made available here. It would make getting up there so much easier.
I have an idea what it might be. And again, between parts, I'll ask a question.
We're gonna have so many conversations between parts.
Yeah, like 7. See, normally, guys, me and him, we never talk to each other.
Enough.
It's just
You have stuff.
the life of mortal enemies.
I should really just give up on grabbing all the stuffs, but
stuffs is nice, and also Bentley is mad. Why is he so angry, man?
I don't know, but he's angry, and yes, I know that guard has something to do. I have to draw a line somewhere.
There's no sand near you, though.
There's sand everywhere!
No, it's rock!
Potato, potato!
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Hail, O Guru of the Stone!
I love how Bentley talks to this man.
And now I
Oh, great man!
And Moonstone.
Great
The time
Uju
for escape
warrior.
has come. Thank you, you're too kind. But tell me, how do you plan to escape?
It's even more funny when he's like...
Gadzooks! You can
Gadzooks!
transform yourself. Why, once you change
I feel like we
shape,
need to
a guard
implement
is
Gadzooks
sure
in
to
regular
come inside
conversation.
and investigate.
Gadzooks! Gadzooks, man.
Gadzooks! That's
Wait, here's the
amazing!
guard.
Now we get to play the most amazing character in the game.
Yes, you can hold down the L1 button and you can turn into stuff. Like a bunch of sticks.
I thought he could turn into guards.
Well, you can jump onto them.
Yeah, it's
still cool.
pretty awesome. I actually like playing as this little guy. He's funny.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said when we first approached him, he's a good character. I do in fact enjoy him.
Your talents are impressive, Guru.
So how is he talking to him? Is he talking to him through his mind? Also, yes, he gets no little text, so you guys can see what he says.
Those drills are tearing up the
They are
It's,
truly just...
I assume that he's using the stone that's connected to his staff. He's just talking through that. Because what else does he have?
Oh,
He has
yeah,
nothing
some things
there.
never change.
So we need guards and need a bunch of guards. Alright, who wants to donate their head first? It's for an important
So I
scientific
wonder-
cause!
I wonder if this is gonna happen to you, because this happened to me, but the guards just did not want to spawn. It looks like it is happening. They just didn't want to spawn next to the...
Yeah, that happens sometimes too, where you'll go and you'll hit the button to jack them and they'll still...
Yep, that happened a lot to me.
Also
It's okay,
nice.
you can-
See it and you won't unsee it.
But yeah, you can also just turn into nothing right before their very eyes, and they'll be
They don't
like,
question
what
it.
the?
Well,
Well,
how
they'll
would your
question
day
it,
been,
but
Jim?
they'll question it, but they don't question it much further beyond what the, where'd he go? And then they just
Where'd it go? Oh well.
you know, they literally disappear like nothing ever happened. It's kind of, or like not disappear, but they
They turn
They just
around
ignore it, like,
and just pretend like
nothing
there's
ever
nothing there.
yeah, they're just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Uh,
Ah,
Yeah, these guys are hoes.
if me and Mayo scream enough, we'll get in.
ah!
We'll be the greatest people in the universe. Mayo's already the greatest person in the universe. See, we can be nice to each other sometimes.
Sometimes we feel like it.
Basically, only once apart.
Master, you are king. Keep it up. Bentley's
You
got
basically
another
had similar
plan.
luck as
Stick it
me
to
though,
these
where like
miners. Head for
the
that
guards
far off.
did not want to spawn next to these things. Like, I don't know why.
I think at first they actually do that on purpose. So you have to
Ah,
run out
yeah.
a little bit.
I guess that is fair. But you know what isn't fair? Life, Mayo.
It's not. Where else it stand? There.
Stan? Where are you, Stan?
Stan!
That grinder's tearing up Wave Rock.
And now, for a
I
third
didn't,
time.
I didn't know that Wave Rock and Ayers Rock were so close to each other.
Didn't know that what?
Wave Rock and Ayers Rock are so close to each other.
Oh.
Huh.
You live in Arizona.
We have nothing but rock!
Exactly. If anybody knows rock, it's you, Mayo. Well, and maybe me. I like rocks.
or
That's what I
any
eat for breakfast
geologist
every
ever.
day. We're not geologists, we're scientists.
It's kind of science.
No. I don't know, every time I think about geologists, is it weird that the only thing... You're gonna say yes, because it is weird.
Yes.
The only thing I ever think about is RuneScape.
Yes.
Well, there's like these really long quests that involve, like a dig site and stuff like that. So, there's literally a quest called The Dig Site. It's a pretty good one.
I mean, wouldn't that be more like archaeology than geology anyway? I mean, geologists can be there, it's not like they can't.
Yes, it technically is, but there is, I guess you could say, a bit of geology because they do find. It's like a little bit of both, but mostly archaeology.
Okay, and they won't be able to hear us.
The Guru has agreed to join our team, provided we can rid his homeland of the Dingo miners and deal with the Mask of Dark Earth. A tall order, but we're up for it. First, we'll enlist the aid of some local wildlife to help thin out the miners' ranks. Murray will feed our foes to a local giant crocodile. With some luck, he'll take a liking to the taste of miners and chow down on them left and right. Second, we'll hit these guys where they live, or at least relax. If we can clear them out of this lemonade bar, it'll be a crippling blow to their morale. They'll be begging to go home. And finally, Sly will use some mining equipment to drill for radioactive oil deep beneath the dried lake bed. Trust me, it's the key to getting rid of the Mask of Dark Earth.
Yeah. Hi, people. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear anything.
Glug glug.
Glug glug. The mystery of the glug glug. Thank you all for watching. The next part, we'll know what the mystery of the glug glug is.
So, basically, all of the new abilities they added are good. So you should probably buy every single one of them.
Yeah,
Not even
Jetpack's
probably,
really
you
good.
absolutely should. Jump attack, fantastic. Rocket boots. It's for some reason someone at Sucker Punch thought that the stealth boots from Sly 2 needed a buff. Paraglide goes without saying. Juggernaut throw goes without saying. Hover pack goes without saying. So
Yep.
yeah,
See you guys in the next part where we stuff. Yeah. Chicken
Rocket
tenders.
boots and paraglide for now though. Yeah. All toast. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Oh, and I got a trophy.
Raccoon paraglider.